The remote viewing open search protocol can identify impending future world events up to 8 weeks in advance. This video describes an open search project conducted on the 7th and 8th of June 2021. The timeline for the following event is June 21st to August 7th, 2021. This target is a structure with people who feel shocked and stunned. The situation is squeamish and horrifying. This situation makes the remote viewer feel terrified, aghast, and inconsolable. Upon being debriefed, the remote viewer reported they were amongst the strongest emotions he's reported at any target. There is something impacting this place. These are objects which leave a scary trail of destruction. There are people in this place who feel scared and horrified. They scream and shout out, "We're alive!" The projectile comes from a launch pad with a communications center. It is gripping and eye-catching. This is a building with life forms who feel dazed and blissful. Whenever there is a combination of emotions like this, it is usually a reference to death. From experience, we know that the death process is associated with blissful feelings as the soul rises out of the body. Much research has been done on death, dying, and life after death in the remote viewing community. This emotional combination is telling us that there are both people killed and survivors. There is a regional conflict here. The situation is like lighting a fuse. This situation is the start of a group that meets regularly and makes choices. They talk and discuss. Could this be a reference to the UN Security Council or a NATO general meeting? This attack is ingenious in some way. It is an object which is streaking. It is a device and there is death from it. It is like a magnet. The reference that the object is like a magnet could be implying that it is unusually attracted to its target. Taken together, these data could be implying that this is a new type of weapon, or that the attack is unique in some way. There is a villain here associated with the concept of spiritual. They have a narrow vision. They have a one-track mind and are very organized. This person is intent and is bringing something to an end. This person is clearly highly focused on one task. There is a chief here who is the head of something. They are in charge, and this situation is a very big deal. It is like taking the head off a snake. The target of this attack seems to be a high-level official. There are victims and helpers here, and a tunnel. There are smart weapons here. There are men associated with instructions and following orders. They feel determined and focused. They are shouldering a burden. There are groups and parties inside a building. There are principles here and negotiation. There is a necessary punishment. Again, we hypothesize that this could be the UN Security Council or something like it. Finally, there is a kind of explosion which is memorable. It sets a precedent. It is important to note that we do not know when the precedent-setting explosion may be. The timeline for the attack on the building is established between June 21st and August 7th, 2021. However, none of the items in the outcome session have an established timeline. This is a deliberate attack on a building. The act is designed to get maximum attention, perhaps with a unique weapon or in a unique way. Before the September 11th attack on the World Trade Center, hijacking planes to serve as missiles was unthinkable. After September 11th, it was obvious. Could something truly unique be occurring here? This attack targets a high-profile person. There are deaths and survivors in a building along with rescuers. The context here is within a regional conflict. The attack sparks high-level meetings, armed conflict, and a large explosion. Open searches can be identified from the world news about 2/3 of the time. Other times, the remote viewing or analysis may be flawed, or the event may not make international headlines. However, this event seems so high profile it is likely to make the news. For full project data summaries, please see our website.